You don't have what it takes to beat this game, so don't even try.
Hello. Cyan Studios here saying hello there. Hello Cyan, thanks for tuning in. Let's dive straight in. I think everything is ready, set up, ready to go. Right, more deathless attempts today. See if we can get that golden run, eh? Oopsie. Ooh. Okay. Right off the bat, we are having some issues. I do have something running in the background that I thought might... Let me just pause this for a second, because I might need to sort out some performance issues. Oopsie. Stephen Parrott is here, saying, wow, I'm actually early to the stream. Yes, you're here right at the very beginning. Okay, just give me a moment. I thought this might happen. It's okay. Okay, hopefully that will fix any issues. We'll see how we go. Let's try that again. Oopsie, not hardcore mode. Okay, here we go. Okay, so like I was saying, we are continuing our attempts for a deathless run. Last stream we struggled quite a bit in level 1, to be honest, so hopefully we can get some more runs going past level 1 today. And if we keep getting too stuck on level 1, then I might need to simplify a couple of routes. We'll just see how we go. Dimrum is here, saying, so early, question mark? Oh, and then says, this is the perfect time for me. Well, I'm glad it's the perfect time for you. It's mid-afternoon for me. It's 10 to 4 at the moment. Usually I stream in the evenings in Australia time, but decided to do an afternoon stream today. Okay, nice. Now, YouTube is still telling me that... YouTube is still telling me that it's not getting enough data on the stream, so that's a bit strange. But it seems to be going alright. Dimrom says, I bet today would be a PB. I sure hope so. We didn't manage to get any proper runs going last stream, so definitely hoping to get a run going today. No good. No good, that one. Science says it's 1:56 p.m. in the Philippines. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's 3:56 here, so of course that makes sense because the Philippines and Australia are pretty similar in terms of position in the world. So far A2 is causing us troubles again. To be expected, I suppose. Might have to do some more practice there, but I really don't know if that will help. Oh. Come on now. Science says, is this deathless or PB? Well, we'll find out. I'm trying to go for deathless, but if my first death is in like level 4 or 5 and it looks like it could be a PB, then I'll probably keep going to try and get a PB. But basically my main goal is to get deathless. Reset counter already lost count. Reset counter is 2 at the moment. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't have too many resets in A2, but first time we got there we flunked it, so hopefully we can change that. Total resets in all streams. I was thinking of going back and counting them all, but there's so much footage I can't even be bothered to watch it all. It's probably not that many, like when you compare this to like what speedrunners in other games do. Like a lot of games, there's runners who put in like thousands or tens of thousands of attempts. And I've probably only... Oh, that's silly coin. I've probably only put in like, I don't know, 100 attempts into this. If you count an attempt as like starting the timer, most of them die in level 1, so, you know. Yeah, I know you can put it in live split. The reason I don't put it in live split is partly because sometimes I start the timer when I don't mean to, which means it logs an attempt even when it's not actually an attempt. But also partly because I'm just not that interested. I could check though. I could check on my live split next time we reset. I doubt it's 200. Okay, let's not mess up these freaking coins. Perfect. Jimrom says 10 attempts per stream. Yeah, maybe you're right. But see, the thing is, I only started doing lots of attempts per stream, like, only a couple of streams ago. In the first 10 streams, I mainly did practice, and then I did, like, 2 or 3 attempts. It's only the last couple of streams I've started doing, like, 10 to 20 attempts per stream. Anyway, you could be right. I'll check it. I'll check it next time I have a chance. We are on stream 20 though, which is crazy. I'm running out of thumbnails, so I had to use a level 4 thumbnail for this one. That's right. What I meant was this is the deathless run, but when I get to the end of it, then I'll check. Ooh. No, I missed the bus. Ah, man. This area has become my new nemesis. Which is really annoying because I feel like it wasn't causing me that much trouble before. But maybe it was. Maybe I'm just getting better at everything else except that area, and so it makes it seem worse. Because I'm doing consistently, like I'm consistently getting the water perfect. There's 60 rooms actually, Dimrom. So we've got enough rooms for 60 episodes. But I usually use screenshots from the later levels. Yeah, we're only 33% done, that's right. You know how I said the last death is always the hardest one? 20 streams, we got a 1 death run, and it's going to take another 40 streams before we get the deathless run. God, I hope not. 40 episodes of level 1. I won't stick with it that long, I really won't. In fact, I've got a deadline of like 2.5 weeks before I go back to uni. Anyway, it's simple. All we need to do is just get the deathless run right now, and then all my problems will be solved. Dimrum says, are you getting tired of the soundtrack? Are you getting tired of the soundtrack? If you are, then I'm sorry that I keep playing it, but I don't know, for me, it's like most of the time I don't even hear the soundtrack. I'm just so focused on everything else. Oh my goodness! Oh. That was so close, man. You're not though. Oh, that's good. That's good. Enjoy it then. Oh man, that A2 is just being brutal today. I thought I had it too, because I escaped the hardest part, but I was just so behind, slipping around. Yeah, Dimrom, the problem is I practiced it yesterday. It didn't seem to do anything. Maybe I should practice it again. If next time we die there, then I'll practice it. Steven says, honestly, Waltz's Game 4 soundtrack is my favorite. Fair enough, it's a bit of a bop, gotta be honest. Although, I will have to say it's actually my least favorite. But it's still really good. I still love it. Science says, Waltz's Game 3 soundtrack fits very well for the game's brutal design. Yeah, Waltz's Game 3 soundtrack is a bomb. My favorite for sure. Oh. Ooh. Okay, you know what? While we're here, we'll go and practice A2. And maybe I can get better at it. Alright. Let's see how we go. Okay. Obviously that doesn't count because we missed the coin, but otherwise, not too bad. Cool. Okay. That works. Ah. Yeah. It's tough to get the movement right on this, It's everything I don't like about Waltz's Game 4. It's ice, wall bounces, and moving platforms over the void. It's evil. Absolutely evil. Oh. Now here's something. Sometimes I don't go far enough down to get the key, but that doesn't actually make any sense because there's no reason to be conservative going down to the key because you're not going to fall off anywhere. So I should probably be a bit more liberal about going down solidly to get the key. Science says, imagine if wall bouncing was a thing in Abho's editor. Well, it's not, but Abho's editor does have some pretty annoying wall mechanics. Like some of the wall pushes are a bit buggy. Also, I just remembered I'll check my attempts. The attempt counter is 187, so you're pretty close, Dimrom. Dimrom says, Stevie didn't create this game to get speedrunned. And Steven says, speedrunning these games is hard because it's designed for you to take your time. Yeah, fair enough. Those are both good points. Okay, nice. Oopsie, I keep on doing that by mistake. Yeah, even if you dismiss speedrunning though, I still think the wall bounce mechanics are, well, I don't know. I don't want to say unfair, but they're pretty brutal. Stream Room 5? No, I don't think so. I will possibly stream some custom levels at some point, but not right now. Yeah, that's one of the tricky parts there. Ah. Steven says it would be cool for Abho's editor to have a multi-room feature. Yeah, that would be awesome. Although I don't think Abho's planning to add it in the near future. I kind of want to work on my editor again, but I just don't really have enough time, to be honest. Moving platforms would be epic. Eh. Have I made it clear enough yet that I don't really like moving platforms? Ah, not quite. Dimrom says Danica's editor is epic. Oh, thank you so much. I actually do have an updated version with copy and paste and a few other handy features, but I never bothered publishing it because Abho's editor is just so much better that no one was ever going to use it for anything. But I have some ideas about how to make editing easier, because there's a lot of things, like Abho's editor is great, but there's a lot of things in it that are difficult to use. And I've got some ideas about how to make it easier to create certain enemy patterns, and also synchronizing enemy patterns would be nice. But it would take a lot of work, so probably not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, savage wall bounce just there. Ah, not quite. See, look, I gotta be honest, maybe I should focus a bit more, but I'm not sure we're actually getting any better at this. I feel like I'm just throwing attempts at it, and, you know, some of them succeed and some of them don't. I'm not really sure I'm improving here. Dimrom says you could try add fast coin in case you miss the strap don't die. You know what? I think I've got a better idea. I think... Oh, hey, I did fast coin. I wasn't even concentrating. Maybe I can do fast coin. I was about to say I can't really do fast coin because I've never really practiced it, but... No, I've got a better idea. I think we might be better off to cut this strategy because it's just holding us back too much. So I'm wondering what can I do instead. Okay, obviously I missed the coin, which is still no good. So I could wait here, and then I could do this, and then this, and that's pretty easy. And it does lose a fair amount of time, but it should still be enough to get a PB if everything else goes well. So let's just practice that a couple of times. So it's kind of like the same, except we just let it go in the middle. It's still not easy, but it should be a lot more consistent. Well, Dimrom, I'm not really planning for a time save to replace it. Although, actually, see, maybe I could do fast coins. Yeah, I just did it again. It's not as hard as I thought it was. Maybe I will do that. But I was thinking of just dropping it entirely, because we still, we still have a fair amount of leeway with our PB. MSAW is here saying, finally I managed to land on one of your streams. That's probably because I'm streaming earlier than I usually do. Welcome to the stream, I'm glad you could make it. Alright, let me practice this one more time and then we'll try putting it in a run. Actually, I suppose I should decide whether I'm going to use fast coins or not. Maybe I'll try... Oh, that was stupid. Maybe I'll try adding in fast coins to replace it. Honestly, at this stage, I feel like fast coins is probably easier. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, okay. I can still practice fast coins just for the sake of practicing. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let me do that again. At least we can die down the bottom instead of up the top for a change. That'll be refreshing. Okay, so I just get here, then I wait patiently. Then I hop back on. And then I've got plenty of time to do all of that stuff. Then we come over here, nip over to the checkpoint, come down here. Yeah, nice. And then we go over to A3. Steven says, at first I kind of thought hardcore mode was die and land back at the start of level 1. No, it's not that vicious. It's not quite that vicious. Oopsie. So I need to enable auto-saving first. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. I feel like, at the very least, a strategy change will be a bit refreshing. Even if it's no more consistent. But hey, we got those fast coins 3 for 3, so I think we can do it again. Spandon is here, saying you get way too less views than the effort you put into this. Well, thank you, but you know, it's just like when you say effort, I mean, yeah, I've been streaming a lot, but it's really just a hobby and a fun thing that I like to do, so I appreciate the views, of course, but you know, I'm just here to play some games and have some fun. Alright, let's see if we can put our new strategy into action. Steven says, have you ever played Geometry Dash? I have not. I've seen videos of the game. I kind of know how it works, but I've never played it myself. Oh, there we go. We'll keep going just for now, just to get a bit of practice. Of course, as soon as I try it... There we go, we got it that time. Actually, maybe I'll stop here and practice this a couple of times. Of course, as soon as we're in a run, then I fail it. But it's fair enough, we only just learned it. Oh, that was not too bad. Just missed the coin. Yeah, that's the trick. It's actually not as hard as I thought. I think I was doing it the wrong way before. Like the way I used to try and do it was to go straight down and then across and then up. But actually, that's much harder than it needs to be. If you take a more diagonal path, like I'm doing here, so you go diagonal down to one corner and then over to the other corner and then back up, it's actually not too difficult. So I think we can make this work. We'll give it a bit of practice now to get it consistent. I should probably practice the proper runoff as well. Yeah, nice. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's try putting that into action. In general, I don't want to change my routes too much because any upset to what I'm used to will potentially make me more likely to die, even if it's not actually harder. But in this case, I think we've struggled so much with that A2 top section that we need to make a change here. So hopefully this will get some more runs through to level 2 and beyond. Steven says, I don't know what went wrong with HTML5 World's Best Game 3. It was so surreal at some parts. Yeah, I don't really know what went wrong with the HTML versions either. It's a mystery to me. Anyway, luckily we can still play the original Flash to our heart's content. Oh. Now I'm afraid, even though that doesn't lose any time, I am going to reset there. Steven says 4D2 in the HTML5 was almost impossible. Or 4D4. Man, I don't even know how you got that far. I got onto the menu screen and I was like, nope, I'm not playing this. When I first saw the HTML5 versions, I thought they were some... I saw, What's This Game 1 HTML5, I thought it was like a rip-off. Like a fan-made remake. It was that terrible. Flashpoint for the win. Yeah, Flashpoint's pretty awesome. That's a cool project. Yeah, World Test Game 4 updated is the most cursed of them all. Alright, we finally made it to A3 Deathless. Let's turn this into a run. Oh, that's nasty. I'm gonna keep going just to get a bit of variety in here. Fast B1 strat. Ah, too bad. I'll do a bit of practice on this while I'm here. Oh, that was weird. MSAW says, I've always wondered why the cube smack talks us from time to time when we're literally the ones controlling it. Isn't that exactly why it smack talks you, right? Because you're controlling it, and we keep like killing it, and he's getting annoyed. We keep killing him. Yeah, like Steven says, must be scary being a cube and someone's controlling you. Oh, that's always an awkward spot, that turnaround there. Okay, let's have another go at a run. Steven says, if I was an enemy, I wouldn't be in a pattern, I would chase the player. Well, the thing you have to understand is that these enemies are basically brainwashed, mindless creatures, right? They don't have any evil intent. They don't have any notion of where the player is and what the player is. They're just stuck in this endless cycle of doing their motions over and over again. That's the only thing they know how to do. So, you know, that's the way it is. That's some World's Best Game lore right there for you. They just kind of vibe. Yeah, they're kind of like jellyfish, you know. They just kind of vibe, but if you touch one, you could be in trouble. MSAW says, what's with the talking circle at the beginning of the World's Best Game 3? Do you mean at the end of the World's Best Game 3? There's no talking circles at the beginning. But the one at the end is, like, they're the evil masterminds that are controlling all the other enemies. But actually, the one that you talk to at the end is, like, an inferior rank. Although he's actually black, so maybe he is the superior rank. But the way that he lies to the other enemies when they come through the door makes me think he's of an inferior rank to them. He's trying to appease them, right? He's trying to impress them, make himself look good. But he's an amateur, so he can't be that, you know. Oh, that was silly. Steven says, I wonder how you even die. Like, do they have a death touch? It's just magic. You'll never know. Steven says the one at the end is a goof. Yeah, exactly. So gullible, right? Like, there's always that one character in movies who's, like, trusted with more power than they can actually handle, even if it's not much. And, that's that guy at the end of World's Best Game 3. It's like, he had one job, which is to trap the player and not let him out. And he was, like, the supervisor as all the enemies closed in. And that was his one job, and he failed. Just like I failed just then. Oh, MSAW says there is one at the beginning before you start the game. That's a good point. That's a good point. I was not thinking of that. I kind of forgot that that came out of an enemy's mouth. Like, when I read that speech, I just think of it coming out of Steven's mouth. You know, because obviously it's the game creator talking to you. Like, this is the hardest game you'll ever play. It's harder than any game you ever have, will, or whatever. So that enemy, I don't count that as a real enemy. I think that's just a picture of an enemy. You know, like it's like a poster or a billboard, right? It's not really. It's not really a thinking living being. Whereas the one at the end, you can tell he has a personality, right? So that's my logic there. Okay, you know what? That actually wasn't too bad. It's not even like a guy wearing a picture of an enemy on his face, because it's not even a guy at all. There is no guy, there's just a picture of an enemy and a speech bubble. But he says the exact same thing every time you load the game, so... you know, it's just... it's scripted. The whole thing is a lie. It's all a hoax. Does the same apply to the cube in between level screens? That's a good question. I would say maybe yes. Steven says, new theory, how does he magically carry his money? I don't know, man. You know what's even more magical is that when the player dies, all of the money he collected just magically gets dropped back where he found it. Oh, so close. Come on now. Do some practice. Dimram says, is this stream going to be longer or end before? It'll be normal length. Yeah, it's just earlier in the day. Yeah, we'll probably stream for another hour or so, just see how we go. Okay, I'll do one more attempt at this, and then we'll go back into another run. And I really feel like I've gotten worse at level 1. Maybe it's because I'm being strict about getting 0 deaths. But even a couple of streams ago, I got like 3 or 4 deathless level 1s into level 2. And today I haven't even got a single one. Oopsie. Turn to main menus for that. Another hour of level 1. Yeah, hopefully not, but that's what it's looking like. Yeah, it's probably just because I'm being really strict on myself. Just making it difficult to actually get a run going, because when you insist on 0 deaths, of course you're going to fail that pretty quickly most of the time. The beginning of Worlds Game 3 level 4 is a really cool pattern. I like that one. Oh, not quite. Thought I was going to make that actually, but apparently not. Wow, that time I thought I wasn't going to make it, but I did make it, so maybe my judgment is not as accurate as I thought it was. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Wasn't quite early enough in there. Well, it's this game for, but the stream chat controls the square. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, somebody tells me World's Best Game is not the best game for stream chat controls. Just a little hunch. You might be able to do something interesting with that though, like, I don't know, stream tells you like which order to do the rooms in or something. I don't know if that would really work, because like keys restrict your movement so much, but... If there was any room that Twitch chat could beat, it would be 1C4, surely. I mean, I suppose there's the risk of drowning, but at least there's no enemies. Whoa. Almost went south there. That was a fast A4. Steven says ice is speed. Well, ice is not always speed. It can be very slow if you bounce on the walls a lot. So that's why I was happy with our A4, because we didn't get any wall bounces. It's nice and smooth. Oh man, I shouldn't have paused. I've kind of gotten the habit of pausing to like check my timing, but I was running late, so I should have just gone straight through. There it is. Unfortunately, second try is not really good enough. Oh well, we'll play a little bit of level 2 just for some variety. Oh, pro. That was a bit tight. I wouldn't have done that in a real run. But since I'm resetting this anyway, thought I'd go for it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Enough fluffing around. Let's make it happen. Cool, that was a bit close. Whoa, that was so fast I nearly bumped into the enemies. And I'm gonna have to wait here. Wow, that was like insanely fast. Dimrom says, too fast, what's that? Yeah, too fast can be a real problem. That was a pretty decent A4 too. Okay, at least the good news is we're finally getting the ice section consistently now that we've fixed up A2. So even though we've choked a couple of times towards the end here, we're getting a lot more attempts into B1, which is great. Dimrom says, how optimized is the level 1 100% IL? Not much at all. I don't think anyone's really put much time into it. I mean, Vowels has done a run. I think he did like 9.5 minutes roughly. But it could probably be done in about 8 minutes. Maybe 8.5. All of the 100% stuff is not really optimized at all. I mean, Val's 59-minute run is decent, but it's not. You couldn't really call it optimized. Oh, come on now. That time I was too distracted with this. Oh, hey, we got the bug. Hey, look, we got the coin door bug. Hey, let me check if it's solid. It's solid. Oh, it is. Wait, don't drown, don't drown. Okay, I'm just happy we got the bug. So, in case you weren't here last stream, what happens is we died on the same frame that the golden door opened, and now there's a bug where it looks like the door is still open, even though we died, and we've still got 2 coins to collect. But actually, it's not open. If I try and go there, it doesn't let me. So that's cool. Anyway, as soon as I die, it will reset itself. You know, it's funny the way this game works. You fix one problem and then another problem springs up. I thought I was finally getting consistent at this area, but see, every time I practice it, I get it like almost every time, and then whenever I'm in a run, I just fail it, which is sad. But like I said, we're getting the first part of level 1 a lot more consistently, so we should be able to get back here pretty easily. It's just going to take some time, that's all. Like 6 minutes time. See, look, I can get it every single time, and then I do it in a run, and it just doesn't work. But that's okay. We'll get it someday. Oh, that was a bit dodgy, but it works. Okay. Here we go again. Oopsie. There we go. Dimrom says, if you're in a bad pace and think on reset, might try 100%. I mean, I could just do a 100% run and get a world record anyway, but for level 1 at least. But if I want to do 100%, I'll do it properly. So I'm not going to snag any easy world records for 100% at the moment. If I ever do 100%, I'll do it properly. The most annoying, it's interesting because like World Toast Game 3 100% is pretty much just paints. Like there's a couple of keys that you need to get that you wouldn't usually get, but pretty much it's just the paints. Whereas World Toast Game 4 100%, the extra content is like half paints and half keys. There's so many keys that you usually wouldn't get. Like this one right here, for example, that I'm just passing. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, that difference. So there's actually a lot of stuff you need to learn for World Toast Game 4 100%. Science says, in World Toast Game 4 it's just keys scattered all over. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, that's a bit awkward, but it'll be alright. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, and the thing about World Toast Game 4 is it's got a lot more optional keys. I talked about this in another stream, but like, if you take level 4B3 as an example, you've got 3 keys which lead to the same area, and you can just choose which one you want to get. Or like 4C1, a similar thing. You've got a choice of like which keys you want to get and which direction you want to go. World Toast Game 3 has less of that choice. For example, level 4 is pretty much completely scripted, the order you need to do the rooms in. Something like level 3 is a bit more flexible, but there's... Oh, really? Oopsie. Oh man, I keep on doing that. Something like level 3 is a bit more open, but you still are quite restricted, and you still have to get most of the keys in the run. Well, I say most of the keys. You don't have to get any of the keys in C1, which is nice. Or A3, there's one key you can skip, which is nice as well. Well, I recently made a level in Abho's editor using keys. Not that it really needed keys, I could have used coins instead, but I just decided to use keys for it. I haven't made many levels with keys. I'm kind of waiting for level packs to be added before I make too many more levels. Otherwise, I'll just waste all my ideas on single levels and not have anything left for a full game. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to make it. Slow turnaround and slow entry. Not good enough. Cool, it's been another level 1 stream. Come on, let's... I really need to pick up my game, see if we can get into level 2. Cyan says I'm making a 50 level pack in Abba's editor. It sounds cool. I haven't started mine yet because I'm a little bit worried. I'm not certain about whether you'll be able to combine previous levels into a level pack. Hopefully that's allowed, but it might not be possible. So I'm just waiting until it's properly implemented first before I start. I think I'll probably make mine 30 levels because I'm optimistic that level packs. I mean, there's already so much custom content you can play, but I'm optimistic that level packs will be like a really positive change because it allows you just like so much more content, right? Without having to copy and paste in a new level code every time you want to play a new level. I mean, there's already so many levels I can barely keep up playing them all, but I'm keen for level packs. I'm not really so fussed about multi-area, although that would be cool as well. Steven says, I've got a cool idea of 2 levels of each color. 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 green, 2 red, 2 black. That is a cool idea, you know. You've made me realize that I would have been a bit closed-minded with my coloring in my rooms, but of course you can color them any which way you want. You could start with black and then have a blue room and then have 2 green rooms and then 5 red rooms and then a purple room and then another green room, and you know, you could do it however you want. Okay, we're out of the ice again with 0 deaths, so that's nice. We're definitely getting more runs up here with the new ice strategy, so hopefully this time I can convert it into a level 2 run. And then all we need to do is make it to level 3 deathless, and then make it to level 4 deathless, and then make it to level 5 deathless, and then just, you know, just beat the game. Simple, right? Yeah, Stephen, I think lava is something that might be added in the future. Alright, we finally got it. Let's see how far we can take this. Oh, that's evil. That's evil. I knew I was going to die here one day. I'll keep going for now. Oh! Yeah, I just kind of stumbled a bit there. Whoa, that was weird too. Steven says, I was thinking a texture update would be cool, so instead of that Bing sound effect, it's the money sound, and like the enemies are more World's Game 4 looking. Have some more ideas, but they're pretty picky. I have to disagree with that. I mean, it's a matter of personal preference. Personally, I like the way it is, and like that coin sound effect is used in the World's Game 1, 2, and 3. It's pretty iconic, and the way it looks, I don't really like the way that World's Game 4 looks in general. Oh, that was silly. But like, if you just look at these enemies here, like, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. I think it's something to do with the outline, because I'm pretty sure World's Game 3 and the other games have a black outline with a dark blue center. But these ones have like a mid blue center with like a dark blue outline, and I just don't think it looks as good. But, you know, that's kind of a subjective opinion, but I don't expect Abho to change the sound effects or the way it looks, because I think he sort of lines up with that sort of World's Game 3 aesthetic as well. The only thing I would complain about is that I think the player's a bit too small. It's kind of like a World's Game 2 size player, whereas I'd kind of prefer a World's Game 3 size player, but again, that's a matter of personal preference, so if Abho wants to have it that way, then that's the way it is. And at this stage, I doubt he's going to change it, because it would just make all the levels that have been made pretty much completely different. Oh, is he working on a tutorial? I know there's an empty link to tutorial on the home screen. I hadn't heard of any actual work towards it, but that would be good. I feel like maybe might be a bit early to make a tutorial though, since there's still so many things to be added and polished. We're back to level 1 land. Let's see if we can escape. Steven says level 1 became level 5 difficulty. Yeah, that's about right. Ah, Frames is here saying I just woke up. You missed it. You missed the deathless run in 25 minutes and 13 seconds. Yeah, it was so epic. Too bad you missed it. So we're just playing for fun right now. Now, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I did an earlier stream today. Just scheduling things. Decided to do it in the afternoon instead. And Steven's on his way to bed. Excellent. Yep. Well, that's why I usually stream at this time, because it tends to work for the most people. Because the people who are asleep right now is basically people in like Asia and Africa, which is not a large portion of my viewers. Because like 99% of my viewers are in Europe or America, so. I say that, actually, it's pretty early in America right now. And even in Europe, but anyway, here we are. And got a little bit of a run going here. See if we can turn it into something more substantial. Oh, I was too fast. There you go, Dimrom. I was too fast. The reason I'm so annoyed is because I knew I was too fast, so I slowed down, but I just didn't slow down enough. I should have been more conservative. No. Level 1. Oh, Frames, you don't even know what you've missed. You don't even know what you've missed. You have missed a solid 2 hours of level 1. We briefly dipped into level 2 a couple of times, and we have not yet seen level 3 today. Yeah, well, World's This Game Mobile is just World's This Game Mobile. I mean, there's not much more to say about that. It doesn't take long to realize that this is not the kind of game that you can port to mobile. In fact, there's very few PC games or like console games that can be ported to mobile successfully. Generally, the best mobile games are the ones that are actually designed for mobile. Steven says, I missed level 3. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe not. Alright, I'm going to call this the last run, because I can sense my focus waning. So let's make it count. Steven says you can create so many nightmarish patterns in Abbo's editor. You sure can, and one of the most annoying ones is the diagonal, the 1 by 1 diagonal gap. But the thing about Abbo's editor at the moment is it's capable of a lot. Like you can make a lot of different patterns, and you can remake basically anything from the World's First game, except with the possible exception of 5C4 from the World's First Game 3, but you can remake pretty much any pattern. In my opinion, the limitations is the ease of use, because it's not bad, but depending on what kind of pattern you're making, it can take quite a while to make, and it can be quite difficult to. It's certainly difficult to make changes. Like if you want to change the speed of an anchor, you have to make all of the movement paths again from scratch. So if I had to look for flaws, I would say ease of use and ease of editing is the places that need attention. But the actual capabilities are really good, and I like the coin door mechanic where it doesn't have to be all the coins in the level. I think that's a really cool touch. Ah. We died so early. One more. Steven says, like level 5 in World's First Game 4, there's more level behind the door. Yeah, you're right, it is like that, yeah. Although, that door is really just for dramatic effect, because there would be no point in doing that area earlier anyway, because you can't come back to save. Whereas in Abbo's editor, you can create levels where, you know, for example, you might unlock a checkpoint after a certain threshold of coins, and then you can go and save at that checkpoint, for example. So there's interesting things you can do there. Alright, one more. But we've got to get it going at least into the ice section. But the fact that I'm dying so early is kind of evidence of my losing concentration. Frame says that one coin door did give us the best skip in the game. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting door for sure, and it's the only door in the entire series that is not the final one in the level. Ah. Yeah, that's a big time loss. A restart there. Steven says, for this game, if you get good at level 4, level 1 becomes so hard. Well, that's only partly true, because the main reason I'm dying so much here is because I'm using reasonably difficult strategies. And if you use easy strategies, then it's not that hard. I mean, it would still probably be hard to get it deathless, but it wouldn't be as hard as level 4. But yeah, I happen to be using a lot of tight strategies in level 1, which is why it's causing so many resets. Oh, come on. Okay, this is really it. No matter how stupid or early our death is, this will have to be the last one. Frame says, one more, only one more, one more. Yeah, it sounds like me when I was a kid playing games. No, that's it. That's it, I'm afraid. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to do any more attempts anyway, because clearly I'm not really on top of my game at the moment, so even if I got a good run going, I'd probably choke it. Anyway, thanks for watching. We will end the stream there. Unfortunately, we didn't really get anything going, but sometimes that's just how it is. You gotta grind away at the grindstone until eventually something magical happens. Yeah, Frame says dying earlier and earlier. That's how you can tell that I'm that I'm losing focus. Alright, better luck next time. I'll see you later.